Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In my earlier video, you have seen Hegra and Madan Saleh. This video will give you a deep insight into two particularly important historical and cultural sites in Al-Ula in Saudi Arabia. One is Dadan and the other is Jabal Ikmah. Before starting the video, I want to request you to please subscribe to my channel. Subscribing channel will help you to receive notifications about my new video uploads. The tour starts from Winter Park, from where the buses start. In my earlier video, I provided information about Winter Park in detail. Please watch my video on Hegra and Madan Saleh for all the details. From Winter Park, the bus takes you to the Dadan Welcome Center, where local Ravis welcome you with coffee, dates and snacks and interact with you in a very professional and friendly manner. Just have an amazing view from the Welcome Center. And if you want to sit and relax here for a few minutes, sure, why not? Go for it. You will like it. The people of Al-Ula have a rich history. They are resilient and self-sufficient and of course love welcoming their guests. The families living here have records tracing their lineage over 600 years. People know when their ancestors moved to Al-Ula and why. So, their records show what their ancestors brought with them, where they stayed, with whom they stayed, and whether they bought any property. Al-Ula is now transforming into a tourist hub, a unique place with lots of historical and cultural heritage. And it is now offering a unique traveling experience with much to explore and discover. Dadan was the capital city of the Lihayan and Dadan kingdoms. These civilizations flourished 2000 years ago. The Lihayan kingdom was among the biggest of its time, and it spreads from Medina in the south to Aqaba in the north, which is now in present-day Jordan. We are now going around Dadan to view beautiful rocks and amazing structures filled with lots of history. Dadan is about a 15 to 20 minutes drive from Winter Park. And in the meantime, when you enjoy the drive, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Al-Ula. Historically, the city had considerable importance in terms of trade because it was located on and controlled one of the most important trade routes. It acted as a crucial link between the southern region of the Arabian Peninsula and several Persia, Egypt, and Mesopotamia empires. Being at the center of a significant trading route, the city was influenced by the cultures of other lands. The essence of it can be seen in statues, the way buildings were constructed, and the tombs, while the language at that time was known as Dadantic. Now, explore the ruins of Dadan, one of the most developed first millennium BC city in the Arabian Peninsula. Heading to the east, you will see more than a dozen tombs cut into red rock cliff faces, including the famous Lion Tomb, marked by seated lion sculptures and marking the burial site of the member of the royal family. This area was once just a basin covered with sand and dust, but now it is an active excavation site where archaeologists discover new things on a daily basis. You can see date plantations all around, looking so beautiful, and also you see that this site is an active excavation site. Previously, there was a castle here, and just near to it, there was this basin that you see up front, and it was made of just one round tubular structure. These are the pieces of broken pottery excavated from the site that you can touch and feel. These stones of different sizes, colors, and structures tell their own story. Dadan is widely known for its stunning tombs carved into red rocks. This stone-built city features a magnificent history that dates between the 9th and 8th century BC. The city also features over 10 tombs which are carved into red rock cliffs. And the most famous is the lion tomb, with seated lion sculptures marking the burial site of the elite and influential society members. Lion tombs of Dadan are the most famous among all other tombs present in the region. These beautifully carved structures are 50 meters high, making them a major attraction for tourists visiting Dadan. It is said that tombs of lions portray power, which adds to the fascinating aura of the tombs. Lion tombs are located near the city of Al-Ula in the Dadan mountain. The distance is around 6 kilometers from the city, and it takes around 10 minutes to reach the site. Why are the tombs called lion tombs? Because they are known as personal tombs where rich and powerful people were buried, hence symbolizing the strength and the power. The city has unique and adventurous trekking trails that attract hikers from around the world. The heritage trail that goes through the ancient city of Dadan is 3 kilometers long and passes from the south of Dadan's old town to the Al-Wadi area. Visitors can find many things to admire while walking along the trail, with Old Town standing out as the most prominent. The Old Town consists of several thousands of ancient structures depicting how people lived at that time. The trail will be ideal for those who love nature, as they can find a variety of plantations. Okay, so after the tour, everyone was brought back to the Welcome Center, where you can see some preserved structures, utensils, sculptures, and of course souvenirs that one can buy to take back home. And from here, from Dadan, we'll go to Jabal Ikmah. Okay, so Jabal Ikmah, which is just a 10 to 15 minute bus ride to the east of Dadan, and here you can see thousands of inscriptions written on the cliffs and rocks showing the dates of Dadanite and Lihayanite civilizations. Tourists are welcomed at the Jabal Ikmah Welcome Center and are served tea, coffee, and snacks. Jabal Ikmah is surrounded by beautiful mountains, rocks, and cliffs, and it is an exceptional historical site with a high concentration of engravings, which has earned the title of Open Library, with lots of inscriptions, rock art, and petroglyphs. Now heading towards the main rocks and cliffs where all the inscriptions are. They took us to the main sites on a golf cart, which was about 500 to 600 meters from the Welcome Center. And it was a great fun. A tour guide went with us, giving each detail about the place. And please be mindful that you need to do some walking to go and see the inscriptions. The inscriptions on the cliffs are written in 5 different languages, such as Aramaic, Dadanitic, Thamudic, Maniac, and Nabatean, including one which is the precursor of the current Arabic language. These inscriptions help decipher the way of life and things that matter to the people who lived in Al-Ula. Thousands of such pre-Arabic inscriptions make Jabal Ikmah an important location for studying the Arabic language. A mountain north of the Al-Ula Valley, known as Al-Qaraz, features more than 450 early Arabic inscriptions. Naqsh Zohair, to the east, features one of the oldest inscriptions of the Islamic era. You must be wondering why these messages were encrypted on the rocks and cliffs. Let me tell you briefly about it. For many people, Dadan was on their way to Al-Ula, which was also a station for them to take rest. So, Jabal Ikmah was truly a crossroad of civilizations. When they passed the city of Jabal Ikmah, they wished to leave their inscriptions and offerings en route to Al-Ula. These inscriptions and carvings were kept as a record to ensure that Jabal Ikmah would be remembered throughout the ages. Peeping into stunning inscriptions and the past of Jabal Ikmah, this site offers you the way people lived during Dadanite, Lihayanite, and other civilizations. It has many rock arts depicting people, musical instruments, and animals. Many of these inscriptions are as old as the first millennium BC. These inscriptions date back to the first millennium BC, depicting the past. Gazing at its rock art of humans, musical instruments, and animals, you can discover what was important in people's daily lives in the Dadanite, Lihayanite, and other civilizations of Al-Ula. You would be able to see images of humans, animals, everyday tools, human drawings, and humans performing a task, such as hunting, herding, or farming. Camels, deer, sheep, goats, and muscular bulls are also depicted. Finally, several farming and hunting tools and musical instruments can also be seen. Walk along a path set in a valley of terracotta-hued rocks to discover detailed inscriptions left in a bygone language, inspiring researchers to trace the origins of modern Arabic. Religious pilgrims would have brought offerings to their deities, leaving behind descriptions to commemorate their gifts and devotion. All right, now time to do some inscriptions. Here they are giving hands-on experience to the tourist to do some inscriptions. And it was really a fun, and I also succeeded in encrypting S on a small rock. All these scripts and languages have been deciphered, which increases the historical significance of Jabal Ikmah. It witnesses the tumultuous history that unfolded in this region through millennia. The topics represented in the inscriptions range from names of people to information on religious rituals, commercial transactions, and transcriptions of local laws. Several geographical names such as Badr, Thal, and Maja testify to the crucial role that the city of Jabal Ikmah played along this trading route. Long after Alula's ancient people walked this site, researchers and historians visited Jabal Ikmah to study its centuries-old inscriptions and imprints. Now you can visit too and feel the power of this place. Please note that to preserve the precious rocks and cliffs, this tour does not include entry to any of these tombs. You may book a tour of Dadan and Jabal Ikmah online or at the Winter Park information desk. So, this tour to Dadan and Jabal Ikmah comes to an end, and I hope you enjoyed the video and gained significant information about these interesting places. If you have liked the video, please like and share, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching. Please stay safe and healthy, and see you again with another video on Al Ula Old Town and some other places. Until then, goodbye.